Okay, which are from you?
Đã cơ UP được
Nice
hai.
to see you all.
Tiếp theo là sẽ you say in an economy on với lại
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Do you hear me well? Show me your thumbs up if you hear me.
Yeah.
Thank you. Welcome to the first part of the SEP4School project implementation, online sharing, and wrap-up session. I'd like to start by acknowledging our online audience, both in Zoom and YouTube Live. I'd like to start with the 14 SEP4School participating schools. In the audience are 14 principals and 14 teachers, and they have their other team members with them as well. In the audience are the 22 schools from Southeast Asia participating in the SEP's classroom research. We also have participants, education officials under the SEP-Ed program. And of course, we invited our teachers and students that participated in our SEP's youth camp. We also have schools, universities in the SEP's network. We see principals, teachers, lecturers, and students in the audience. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, we have with us our panel of experts, the SEP Center Director, Ms. Duria Amata Vivat, and the SEP in Education expert, and the SEP4School guru, Dr. Priyanut Dharmapia. I also would like to acknowledge the SEP's team. And at this point, I would like to mention, if you still remember the good-looking guy, his name is Kevin. He was the original coordinator of the SEP4School project. You remember him? Show me a thumbs up if you remember Kevin. And guess what? He is in the audience. And I would like to give Kevin a quick exposure to the group. So Kevin, would you like to say hi and hello to SEP4School friends in the audience now?
All right. Good afternoon, everyone. Respected Dr. Priyanut and Kunduria, the Center Director, and our SEP's team and our network, SEP4School network. It's my great honor to be here with you today and looking forward to listen to you, the presentation, and how great you have done with the SEP4School project. And yeah, I keep connecting. I will keep going on connecting with all of you through this network. Thank you, Abigail. Back to you.
Thank you very much, Kevin. And Kevin, by the way, is working now with the Ministry of Education of Thailand. So welcome, everyone. I hope the next 2.5 hours will be a very good learning time for us all. Quick background for our audience. The 14 schools that will be featured this afternoon and tomorrow morning are what we call the SEP4School schools under the SEP. Each school is a team of a principal and a teacher. All 28 of them participated in a series of online and on-site training on Sufficiency Economy Philosophy for Sustainability from September 2023 to February 2024. The key reason why the 14 schools were selected for the training is because they have very good project proposals. Their proposals focused on how the philosophy could promote sustainability in their schools and communities. For the past 6 to 10 months, these schools implemented their different projects in 7 countries. And today, we will hear from them and learn from their project implementation and the results. All right. Before we get going, shall we have a photo session? And I need everyone to open their cameras, please, including our SEPs team. Miss Amin 3, we need your camera turned on now. Yay, Mr. Decano is finally successful.
Hello, Mrs. Abigail. Hello.
All right, ma'am Amin, we will have a photo session. Everybody, when I count 1 to 3, give us your best smile. The freshest smile ever, okay? Shall we do it at the count of 3? 1, 2, 3. Yes, you need to tell me if it is already captured. Okay, captured.
Can you open your camera as well?
Correct.
We don't see you. Okay.
Yay. All right, this is Kevin's way. He always use 4, right? For SEP4School. Shall we do this? How do you do it, Kevin? It should be open fingers, right? Or whatever. Okay. Do it in a creative way. Show the 4 fingers for SEP4School. Shall we do that? At the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Click. Okay, Kevin did 8. Okay, last one. This is freestyle. Be the cutest ever in the photo session. Shall we do this? At the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, the cutest is Ajahn Priyanut. Thank you, everybody. That is a nice collection of photos for our session this afternoon. And with that, I'd like to just invite our Senior SEP Center Director for her welcome remarks. Miss Duria Amatavivat Kunduria, please.
Thank you, Abigail. Well, good afternoon, everybody. The SEP4School participants, principals, teachers, and everybody, and as well as our expert, Dr. Priyanut and Senior SEP's team, as well as Kevin, who was part of the this project. I've been involved with him. I mean, we work together since the beginning of the starting of the SEP4School. We developed the project together since last year, 2023, and that is why I would like to give credit to him that he has involved with us at the very early stage until today. Even though he's not with the senior SEPs, he also would like to see his, his product, because what we plan to see from all of you is that SEP4School is something that we would like principals, teachers, and everybody in the schools to work together on how you integrate the SEP into your school. It's like a whole school approach. So this is one thing that I'm so happy that I see that from the seminar or workshop in February. all of you still continue to work with us just to make the progress of what you proposed to us in February. And now we will learn from you on how you have done during the past 4 months. So for the this session in particular, we would like to see your progress on you have done on your session. You have how you have adopted the SEP in your school's context, which I think that is diverse among your schools. And once you implement in your school, of course, you have some challenges. We would like to see how you cope with the challenges and how you successfully implement the undertake some strategy to overcome your challenges. And what we would like to see is most of the thing, the impact to the school, students, teachers, or even the community. And if you would like also to propose to us your future plan, we would be very happy because I have talked to Abigail that this is not the end of the SEP4School. We would like to develop more on what you have done, and perhaps we might be able to work with some schools where if you are happy to continue to work with us in some similar project like this. So I'm so happy to see that even though I was not with you in February, but I have been closely follow up on what you have done with my colleagues. And I'm happy today to see that we got a good cooperation, collaboration from all of you principals and schools. So on this occasion, I would like to thank all of you for your contribution, your active participation to this project. I would also like to thank especially to our expert, Dr. Priyanut, who helped us a lot in terms of develop this project and continue to work with us until today. And thanks to the CMO SEP team, both the current one and Kevin, who is a part of us as well, because he's not far from us. He still work in the Ministry of Education, which is part of our center. And I would like to thank all of you once again and look forward to hearing your presentation. Thank you very much, Miguel. Back to you.
Thank you very much, our center director, our boss in Bangkok. Thank you very much for the warm remarks, encouraging messages. I think that excited most of the SEP4Schools participating teachers and principals, hearing from the director that it's not yet the end of SEP4School. So do you think that's a good idea? So we should be doing more. Thank you very much, Ka Kunduria. Friends, ladies and gentlemen, we have with us, I call her the guru of SEP4School. So she was the partner of Kevin for many months, crafting the project in the past months. And so I take pleasure in welcoming back our SEP in education expert, Dr. Priyanut Dharmapia, for her opening statement. Ka, please.
Thank you, Abigail, and hello, good afternoon, everyone from Bangkok. Thank you so much, Kunduriya, for giving such an encouragement to the team, to myself, and everyone involving in the project. Abigail has asked me to just, review the SEP concept, which I think I don't have to do much with this group, but maybe just because Abigail asked me, so maybe I'll do that. Right, Abigail? Okay. Can you turn on my slide, please? Today and tomorrow morning, we will get through all the project presentations from all of you. And I think what the team, myself, Dr. Duria, and the team at SEPs are looking to is that how we can enhance or assist you in the way that the project will have more impact as Dr. Duria has mentioned, or implement it in a more effective way if it still has a room. But as I have seen all the presentation that all schools have submitted, Abigail has passed to me, I think they are just wonderful already. So I'm just looking forward to hearing from all of you today. That's my excitement for today and tomorrow. But Abigail, can I get into the last slide, please? The third one. Okay. I think this is okay now. I just would like to remind you that SEP is the way we think, the way we see the world, the way we see that we have limited resources, but we also have the ability to utilize those limited resources to the extent that we can develop a sustainable life with quality. I think that's the whole meaning of this project. And we would like to develop or cultivate that mindset to our students. But the best way to do that is by doing. But before doing, we have to plan. And by planning, we can use this concept, the S4S. We need to have the knowledge of what we are doing. But with only knowledge, we are not sure that we are heading to the right path of sustainable development. So we also need virtues, care of our earth, care of others, loving kindness to all beings, and being diligent, being prudent in what we are working, having persistent in what we do until we achieve the success as we have set. So that's the virtues and knowledge that put together as the conditions of whatever we are doing. And I think this is natural. Well, I wouldn't say natural, but it's just, applied to everyone in the world, not just only Thai people or Thai students. With SEP, that's maybe specific concept to apply. Moderation is about, living with our means, but make the best use of the local resources that we have before we look for others' resources or others, assistance. We start to stand on our own feet. We do work in a moderate way, not to exceed our means or our resources. But to do that, we need to think thoroughly in a reasonable way, thinking about the causes and the effects of our actions. And most of all, we need to be prudent. We have to prepare for all the changes. You see, we have all together living through the COVID-19. Now we still have this, economic, well, it's not crisis yet, but, people are talking about, the war and what kinds of, but we have to be prudent, preparing ourselves, our society, our school for the change. That's prudence. This is just reviewing. But with all of the things that we do, we always have to think about 4 dimensions of our resources, our assets, and the results of our actions. Is it going to be economically beneficial? Is it going to create a harmony in our society? Is it going to be the way that we do in a environmental friendly way? And are we preserving or, thinking about our cultural roots when we do the projects? So those are the concepts that we have in our mind, but with your presentations, I know that there are a lot of presentations that you may not explicitly mentioning about these principles, but from reading and today, from listening and hearing what you have present, I would think that is inherited in the project already. So before back to Abigail, I would like to congratulate all schools that you have come so far, and we are here to assist you to make the project that you have planned to work in the most beneficial way for your school and your students. Thank you so much. Back to you, Abigail.
Thank you very much, Jan Priyanut. Thank you for the reminder on the S4S. And Jan Priyanut is correct. Going through the presentation slides as well as the reports of the schools, we could see very clearly the massive accomplishments, probably at different levels. And that's what we are going to hear this afternoon. If I may mention, we have audience, principals and teachers who do not necessarily know SEP4School. And this is a good opportunity for us to share good practice that might be replicable in other contexts. And with that, and without further ado, I'd like to just get started with the presentations. So quickly, this is how we are going to do it. This afternoon, we have 7 school presenters. They know that each of them will have 12 minutes maximum. It will be followed by a 5-minute question and answer to be moderated by our 2 experts. We have to be very strict with the time. So when it is the 10th minute already of your presentation, our technical team will create a sound from the Zoom, and it will sound something like all right. It's a danceable music. It's not a buzz. You will hear a danceable music, and when you hear that, that means you have only 2 minutes left and you need to wrap up. And our team here will manage your slides as we have already agreed. If you want our team to move the slides, simply say next. And if you want us to go back, just say go back. And that's what we will do. And for our audience on YouTube and even in the Zoom that are not necessarily presenting, we are entertaining questions. And we have colleagues, Miss Libby and Miss Piapa, who are in the lookout for questions. And we will give answers to them at the end of the presentations. With that, shall we get started with the first school to present? Our first presenter is from Sekolah Menengah Muda Hashim, Brunei Darussalam. Let's get excited with the innovation they are presenting to us for paddy cultivation using aquaponic. And they have other activities. Shall we welcome the principal and the teacher, Chiku Radiman and Chiku Farizam. Let's give them a warm round of an online applause. Take it away, please.
Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, everyone. Nice to meet you again. As mentioned earlier, our topic is about innovations for paddy cultivation using aquaponic and other school activities to provide quality and holistic educations. I would like to inform you before I go further. I'm in Singapore at the moment. I'm studying the SDGs with my team, and Cikgu Haji Muhammad Farizam is in Brunei, and we are separated in different areas So we discuss about this, and we'll try our very best to present the topic that I did mention just now. Okay, as you can see from the slide, it shows that the structural organizations of our team. Cikgu Haji Muhammad Farizam is the head of coordinator, and Cikgu Haji Pengiran Haji Reza Rizwan will be the assistant coordinator, and we do have a consultant over there, Puan Azura Sadun, and the two DPs of Amain, Cikgu Jabaida and Dina Safawana, and the last person is the pengurusi, head of PIBG or head of PTM of our school. The activities that we are going to explain further will be presented by Cikgu Haji Muhammad Farizam. Cikgu Haji, can you please proceed?
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good afternoon to all. Okay, can we go to the next slide? Okay, so the first activity is the padi aquaponic. So here it was started in 2023 May. So on padi aquaponic, we integrate the element of SEP mindset in the project, which include all the element, which is 2, 3, 4, basically in our decision making. The padi aquaponic do manage to attract the interest both internal and external stakeholders. It also gives positive impact in the 4 dimension, which is the economy, society, environment, and cultural. So this padi aquaponic more focused on the second SDG, which is zero hunger. Next slide is the activities that we conducted on the Go Green Together program. So on this activity, it is a program that create a cultural awareness in school, mostly focused on reducing the use of plastic bottles. So what we do first is we try to give culinary set to teachers and support staff, and also with additional fund, we managed to buy 4 water dispenser, so that we encourage the teachers and students to bring their own water bottle and tumbler for refill water. This is focused on the 12th SDG, responsible consumption and production. Next slide. Here is the activity that we integrate our BET subject with SEP. Okay, so what we do first is we try to create a BET booklet that contain SEP elements in the booklet. We focus on the project of padi aquaponic in the BET subject, where the student will do the project on cleaning, monitoring, managing, and harvesting the agricultural product for their BET project. So this BET project is focusing on the second SDG, which is zero hunger. Next of our activities conducted is the SEPS Club, which is our CCA activity for year 9 and year 10 student. What we do first is we start with the introduction of what is SEP Club in our school to all teachers and students. And we managed to get 3 teachers involved, which is in the humanities department, and 12 students from the year 9 and year 10 student. So the activities conducted is, firstly, we are going to introduce what is the SEPS elements and mindset for the student in the club, and we are focusing on the activities creating awareness for the 3R programs, reduce, reuse, and recycle, and we're also focusing on energy conservation. So we provide the 3R bin to our canteen vendor so that they can do the 3R program, and also we conduct the beach cleaning campaign near around our school. This is focusing on the SDG 12.5 and SDG 7. Okay, next slide. The next slide is the integration of SEPS in other 5 subjects, which is geography, science, maths, bahasa Melayu, and physical education. After the online training, we discussed together that we will start with standardized notes and handouts to all to the 5 departments. okay, where we are going to give the standardized notes and handouts to the student that will integrate the SEP elements and mindset. Then after we have introduced what is SEPS to our student, we give them the pre-test and give the student the topic that can be related in our subject. For example, Geo and Science will focus on the energy saving. PE will focus on healthy lifestyle. Bahasa Melayu will also focus the topic on recycling program, and Maths will focus on the project of Padi Aquaponic. This is focusing on the SDG 7, 12.5, and 3 and 2. Next slide. This is the activity conducted by our PTA, Parent Teacher Association, with the Mukim Consultation Council on Chile Fertification Project. This is our latest project, why we are doing this project is because the request and demand by our PTA, Parent Teacher Association, where they want a new project they can learn and apply it in their daily life. So we invite our agriculture consultant to help us on building this fertigation system, and it was funded by the PIBG, cost us around $1,000. And this project attract the attention of our district officers, and they encourage us to bring 5 other villages to work together with us on teaching and learning about Chile fertigation system. This is focusing on the second SDG, which is zero hunger. Next slide. The last activities that we involve is the Asian Squad Jamboree with Padi Aquaponic System. So it is in December 2023, the Asian Squad Jamboree visit our school, and we have to take the opportunity to share the SEPS mindset and elements to the Asian Squad, and we use the Padi Aquaponic as one of the activity done by the Asian Squad. So the activity that they done is transplanting the young paddy to the aquaponic platform and also they use our tilapia fish, cook the tilapia fish for their lunch. And then this is focusing the second SDG on zero hunger. Okay, next slide. Okay, so the output that we get from our first activity, which is the paddy aquaponic, we got the greenhouse, we got the aquaponic platform, and we got the paddy. Roughly, we have collected around 30 kilograms from our harvest and the red tilapia fish. The outcome from the Padi Aquaponic we got is the teaching and learning resource both from teachers and students, attract interest from internal and external stakeholders, apply and experience the SEP elements and mindset. Next slide. From the BET subject that we integrate of the SEPS, we got the output is BET booklet, student project related to Padi Aquaponic system, the monitoring, and we got the manpower from the student to monitor and support the Padi Aquaponic system. The outcome from this BET subject is the integration of SEP element in the BET lesson, enhance skill and knowledge related to Padi Aquaponic, and the year-8 student managed to complete project work for the BET subject. Next slide. Okay, the next thing is what with the output from the SEPS club, which is the CCA. We managed to gain 3 more teachers from the humanity department, 12 students from year 9 and year 10. We got the teaching and learning SEPS element mindset, focus project on the 3R concept and energy conservation. So the outcome from this project is the apply SEPS elements and mindset, creating awareness program and campaign, and the 3R concept and the energy conservation. We also managed to supply the canteen vendors with the 3 recycle bins. And also we have the beach cleaning campaign that we have done. Next is the Parent Teacher Association on the Chile fertigation system. The output is we got 1,000 funded for the Chile fertigation project. We have the Chile fertigation system. We can produce 78 polybags, teaching and learning using Chile fertigation system. And the outcome is the applying SEPS elements, mindset, skill, knowledge, experience, and attract student, teachers, PTA, MPK, MPM, district officers' interest. Next. Okay, this will be explained by our friend, my principal Tigoradiman. Thank you.
Oh, Masya Allah, we only have 2 minutes, less than 2 minutes, 1 minute 46 seconds. Okay, there are 3 major challenges that we face. The first one, I believe every school experiences this, the buy-in. The buy-in is the main challenges that we tend to face, which we need to involve all the stakeholders, both internal and external. So what I did with the team, we start with sharing with SMT, senior master and senior management team, HODs, teachers, support staff, and canteen vendors. And moving on, sharing with students and PIBG. The flows of the slides that you have seen just now, it's talking about what is going on, and that is what makes us manage to the buy-in challenges. And formal event, we do have the formal event presentation in front of His Majesty during his 77th birthday celebration. That is the most powerful one. And moving on is create various programs related to SEPs and SDG with proper documentations and monitoring system. That's very important, documentation and monitoring system. And of course, sharing sessions with Head of Religious Affairs Department in Tutong District, University of Technology Brunei graduates, district officers across district from Cluster 6 with Sekolah Menengah Putera Jarashida, and the PTA, and of course from Kampung Consultations Council. And moving to departments of residents, prisoners, Maraburong and Jerudong. Integrations with subject-based committee, which is with the subjects that we have in our school to expand and better to have a better progressions of SCPs. And finally, we talk with a director of schools where she did mention about informal visits and consultation. The next slide, please. My goodness. Okay, the next slide is talking about the second challenge that we face. The second is financial assistance. What we did is seek assistance from the PTA using recycled materials and any available resources that can be found in school, integrations with SBC's agriculture, the use of organic fertilizers and organic pesticides, and educate and work together with all the support staff. And seek assistance and advice from the consultant for better financial management, support from the local sawmills in providing wood materials for constructions, support from religious affairs, and of course the teachers and staff, financial assistance through staff welfare committee. Moving on with the next slide, please. Okay, the last challenges that we face is to sustain. This is another challenge that we have to consider. Sorry to take the time. The first one is to continue support from the administrator, which is I myself. That's one of the reasons why I requested from the Montfort Secondary School in Singapore. I would love to see what sort of activities that they manage to do when it comes to SDGs. So I'm learning over here with my team and of course with my students to know further how do they sustain and enhance the current project that they have. So this is one way of for us to improve and to have a continuous support. And moving on with proper documentation and monitoring system, motivations and awards for any progressions by students and teachers, involvement of various subject teachers, research for pilot subjects through HODs and activities run in school, teachers and staff financial assistance, and continue and assist external agencies, and of course, creating awareness and hoping for various collaborations through YouTube and school social media for better understanding and involvement from various stakeholders and agencies in and outside Brunei Darussalam. As you can see, there is one website there. I hope you will be able to subscribe and do thumbs up for the website that we just created, which is focusing on what we have in our school. And the last slide, I believe, okay, the buy-in, the impact. Okay, the impact, of course, I'm sorry, taking the time, we already try our very best on this. The project impact, yes, the buy-in, it works. It really works. We managed to buy in all the stakeholders and communities, involvement of various departments across district cluster, and the involvement of MPM, Tutong District, collaborate with Islam Religious Affairs, and of course collaborations with the one in Tutong District, which is the district officer. He even give us the opportunity to use another piece of land somewhere near to our school, which is around 10 acres of land. And the last slide is this one. Okay, next slide, please. The future plan. Okay, the future plan, as you can see from the slide, to be resilient, sustainable finance, and adequate food supply. And of course, we seek advice, and we were advised by the district officer. He said SMMH as a center of learning center for the community in Tutong district, and seeking better collaborations with members from different schools and other Asian countries through various platforms. And of course, understanding more on the needs of the country for future plans, which is now what we have is fertigation system, joining the Japan Okinawa ESD, okay, award, the one that we are still in a progress producing it, and adopt and adapt at the Asian countries on SDG. That is one of the practice that I'm doing now, and involvement of various departments through various activities to together Go Green Project, CCN, etc., and to the use of better energy conservation.
Thank
Okay,
you.
as you can see the participant, okay, that one is talking, the last slide, that will be the last one. It's talking about the numbers that people who involved in participations of these activities that we have in our school. Thank you so much. Sorry, taking so much of your time.
Thank you very much for the presentation. Probably I'd like to request the center director. We have barely a minute or so for some feedback, please, Kunduria.
Thank you, Abigail, and thank you for the presenters. It was more than I expected, because you have expand your project. You have so many activities under your project. You can involve a lot of stakeholders, even the community around your school, or more than that. But one thing that I would like to ask specifically is about the assessment from your student. I'm not sure. You said you talk about the BAT booklet. You have developed the BAT booklet, and how do you do that? And do you have any kind of assessment to your students on how they feel, what do they learn, and what they can work with their colleagues, their peers, in terms of expand the SEP mindset.
Okay, for the BAT booklet, it is under my student, where the first thing I produce the content in the BAT booklet is we introduce the SEP element in the booklet, and then the activities follow up with the scenario based on how to apply SEPS in the scenario. So the scenario is, for example, like what is the SEP play an important role in decision making on doing sport. Okay, so they have to apply SEPS element and mindset on answering the knowledge, virtuous, moderation, resilience, and prudent, and also the impact to the 4 dimension, which is environment, economy, cultural, and society. And then we try to relate these elements in the Padi Aquaponic project. So the first thing that the student will be assessed is how they are going to do the first stage, which is the transplanting of the paddy in the aquaponic platform. So that is the first assessment that are being given to the student, apart from their completing the scenario. And then it follow up with the monitoring and maintaining the aquaponic platform of their paddy, the growth of the paddy, where they are going to measure the height, they are going to monitor the pH value of the water temperature, and the nutrition content in the paddy aquaponic. So these are the elements that they have to understand, which will relate to our subject in for the BAT, and it will end it with the they are not only using the paddy aquaponic on growing paddy bed, but if you can see from the video just now, they are growing herbs, for example, like mince and onions and other vegetables using the paddy aquaponic platform. And the ending will be the harvesting part, and where they can harvest the product from the paddy aquaponic. And lastly, they are doing the evaluation and reflection on their that booklet. So that will be the in the video. Also, I did show some of the content of the booklet. So this is how the student can apply SEPS integrate with that subject. Hope that answered the question. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I think we are a little bit behind schedule, but I don't know if Dr. Priyanu would like to, at this point, have some
Yes.
comments on the presentation.
I will
please.
be very briefly. Thank you
Yes.
so much. Well, I would like to congratulate the team. This is just wonderful project. I won't go further because I think everyone just see that it's just so amazing what you have done. I just have one quick not comments, but maybe would like to know more. Can you tell us just like one example that you see the difference when you integrate SEPs, concept into all of these activities? Is there any one change or anything that you see, or the difference from not having SEP before and now with SEP, that you are impressed that wow, we can see the change when we integrate SEP into the activities? Just one example from your impression. Thank you.
Allow me to answer the question, Cikgu Haji. Okay. The first thing that I can see is the management team. It's so obvious. I have this financial office of mine, Cikgu Zuhairi. He is very knowledgeable when it comes to maths. He's very knowledgeable when it comes to maths. When we try to implement SAPs in the system, what I call the curriculum, he make a research about it, and he managed to influence the kids. And he is really into it now, even to the level where he even prepare himself with the kids to have a bio filter for our activities in the school. And now, almost all the students are now using their own bottles instead of using plastic bottles to have their water and to have their own water in the school. And Alhamdulillah, blessing from Allah, what happened, the Ministry of Education, the director of school, she herself even willing to come to school, and she said, why don't you just try to provide us a sample, or even in the office for her. So the next level is when it comes to district officer. District officer in Tutong district, Tuan Sofian did mention that he is really impressed with the situations, and he is really into the activities that we have, although it's in a small scale, where he transformed one area somewhere in Sengkarai near to our school. He said, why don't we just use this piece of land so we'll be able not only helping the students to the level of the community in the district. So the mindset that we try to implement, and when we talk about the three aspects that we are looking into, being measurable and reasonable and resilient, everybody's working together to make things happen, not only because of what they want, it's all about now is what they need. So that's the beauty of the impact that we can see and the change of people in our school and even in the district. I hope it answers the question, Doctor.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Just a quick question with an aspect of a very brief answer. Just want to ask you if you have any plan to expand to some other schools nearby. Yes or no?
Yes, definitely. Definitely.
Okay, thank
Not
you
only
so
school,
much.
we are willing to invite any department
Okay,
in the
thank you.
country.
Thank you. I think that for your school, thank you very much. And I'll give the floor back to Abigail so that we will continue to the next school presentation. Thank you very much. Wonderful project.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for the first school presenter as well as our panel of experts. We have quotable quotes, and from this presentation, I think this is good to quote: working together to make things happen because it is what's needed. So very practical. Thank you for that. Moving on and catching up with the time, let's welcome the second school from Cambodia, Tul Suvarnarama Lower Secondary School, and the project is on planting and growing vegetables to develop life skills among students. The proponents, the principal and teacher, Mr. Nandikano and Mr. Chum Chantun.
Yeah.
Time is yours, please, Mr. Dikano.
Yeah, thank you. Good evening for SEP member. Yeah.
Scroll.
See you again today. We are separate for a long time, but today is the first time to meet you again. Very proud to see the presentation of Brunei, Jerusalem, and for me in Cambodia, my project is I would like to share my presentation. Yes.
Do you have slides to share, Mr. Dikano?
Yeah, I have slides.
Okay.
Cannot share, but we cannot share now.
Okay, please share it now.
Okay. Okay, now okay, this time. Document? Yeah. No. Desktop. Oh. Share here?
Okay.
No.
Okay, it's come.
Desktop.
It's a different screen.
This different screen. Yeah. Here.
There's a folder called SEP4School. Okay, got it.
Okay. Can you see my slide?
Yes, sir. We can see it.
I would like to report from Cambodia about my project implement in school. No. My project is planting and growing vegetable for one class, one product. After back from the seminar in Thailand, from Bangkok, at 19th of February, we announced for the student to find the plastic ball and soil for preparing our project. You can see the picture below here. Yeah. Here the plastic bottle, the plastic ball that the student prepare for carry out our project. And here they are preparing the soil to be making plant. And on the 13th of May, we start to making soil and growing seed. Here is the activity of the student to prepare the growing here. And maybe more than 2 weeks until 23 of May, the plant can be grow like this. You can see the picture. And but our plan is not so good. It like to sin. But we don't use fertilizer for planting. It is natural plant. You can see here. Yeah, continue. I would like to tell about why the school adopt to the to planting and growing this vegetable, because the school in Cambodia, most of the people, maybe 80% of the people are the farmer. So most of the students in my school are from the province. Their parents are farmers. So I think that planting and growing vegetable are very important for their life. I think after they finish from the school, they can have an experience in planting and growing, and however, at least they can planting and growing vegetable around their house for their family or for themselves. And second, I want to tell about the successful strategy of implement the planting and growing vegetable. In our school, all the students, they have a 6 to 7 students for one group and for one case in growing. Then after they growing in harvest season, they can we divide that product to the student to get to their house. Here, the picture of the harvest day that the student can have the plant and get to their home. The impact of the project. I think there is no impact seriously. We carry out the project for planting and growing vegetable, because actually for weekly timetable they have 1 hour per week for agriculture time. For weekly timetable curriculum, the student have 2 hours in for weekly timetable, the student have 24 hours in the morning, and in the evening they have 4 hours extra activity, like 2 hours for sport time or sport activity, and 1 hour for art activity, and 1 more hour is for agriculture activity. So I think that there's no seriously impact for this project to carry out at school. The last one is for future plan. In the next academic year, we will continue to encouraging the student, inspire competition between the student and student, between class and class, and between grade and grade in planting and growing vegetable. That ever they can do by themselves. Yeah, I think it's all for my presentation, and if you have any question, you can ask me now. Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Decano. Thank you for the slides. We'd like to have a copy of that, Mr. Decano, right? Of the slides.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, Mr. Decano will kindly send to us later. I'd like to invite our SEP in education expert, Dr. Priyanut, to kindly lead the discussion and feedback on the second project.
Yeah, thank
Yes.
you.
Thank you, the team. And I think this is quite an endeavor that you have. There are many challenges, and you try to make the project work, and try your best. I can feel that. I just have some questions that may lead to my suggestions later.
Yeah,
I love that you set up the project as to develop life skills of students, right? Okay,
yeah,
so life skills is very important, and connecting to SEP. SEP is about the head, the
they
heart,
have,
and the hands, right? Okay.
yeah,
So if we start from, I love that you have your students bring back home the vegetable that they grow,
yeah,
and that's the hard side. That's the hard side. They get their family can appreciate what the students have done. So I think you achieved that already. I just would like to go back to the head and the hands. We can
yeah,
start from the head first. For example, how because you say one class, one product. So
yeah,
how did the class, choose the type of vegetable to grow? That's the head part, right?
yeah.
Okay, so I would like to hear more about that. But before that, maybe I'll get into in depth of my questions. Is that did the students make a decision to choose the type of the vegetable, or the teachers? Because if it's about the life skills of of students, maybe they have to think by themselves, what type of vegetable should we grow?
People, yeah, should be good.
Then they can use SEP to make a decision.
Yeah,
What are the local plants that we have? what are the plants that's suitable to the soil that we have? That's moderation, right? Why are
Yeah.
we planting this vegetable? So that's the reasons. Oh, because it is full of vitamins, it is good for our health. So that's the reasons. So that's the head part, that they have to have skills to make a decision. So maybe you can, if you can please elaborate more on that, because those are the life skills that students can learn from these activities. Process to make a decision to choose the type of vegetable that
Yeah.
one class will grow. Can you elaborate on that? Thank you.
Thank you for your question. After back from the Bangkok, I have invited the stakeholder and the student, especially the leader of class, to discuss. We have to grow. I tell them about my project. We have to grow vegetable for our school because after we back from Bangkok, the set of for school talking about the life skill for the student, for the class. So I let them and all my teacher in school to decide what we are going to do, what we are going to plan. And after talking a few minutes, they adopted, choose water, what we can call water snake. The kind of my school plan. We call
Okay.
water snake, right?
Mm-hmm. So the process of decision making has been done by students and teachers in the class. They think together
Yeah.
to
Yeah,
decide.
together. Decide
Okay.
together. So
Right.
then we start to announce it to all of the students to prepare. But the principal have to buy the seed from the market for them.
Okay. Yes, that's a support from the management team of the school. But I just would like to emphasize on this process, before I give back to Abigail, is that this is a very good case. If other teachers or team from other schools coming to visit and would like to learn from your school about SEP, you can explain about this process, how students and the class, in the class, make decision using SEP concept, right?
Yeah.
The reason why they choose this vegetable, because it's suitable. The reason is reasonableness, right? Because it's
Yeah.
suitable to the soil, to the temperature, and because I understand that your school is quite small, so students have to grow vegetable in the boxes, right? So
Yeah.
that's the reason too, and that's moderation. But how can they, because you said that you don't use any fertilizer at all, or maybe
Yeah.
either any other chemical products, right, to drive away the insects. So how can they make the vegetables survive? So that's the prudent action, how to make the vegetable grow. So if you can spell out these lessons, why they choose this vegetable, how it's suitable to the local conditions, and how they prevent, the failings, of growing this vegetable. Then you can explain how SEP is applied in the project. So I hope you will do that, and that then this project will be remarkable to be a showcase, you know, for other schools to come to learn more about SEP. I think that's from me, Abigail, and I wish you know that you will be the star of this, you know, doing the SEP-based vegetable growing project. Congratulations. Yes, back to you, Abigail.
Thank you very much, Ajahn Priyunut. Mr. Decano, you're doing a second phase, so probably we can call your project phase 2 a SEP-based vegetable garden in your school. Thank you for that very clear input, Ajahn Priyunut, on decision makings based on SEP. It's something that other presenters might want to also consider highlighting when you present your projects. If my director would like to say something, or if I proceed, Ajahn Kunduriaka.
I just want to thank Mr. Ricardo for your presentation and wish you a more successful for the next year, because you said that you also have your future plan to work on this project, including your competition among your classes in your school. So we look forward to hearing from you for the next.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you all.
Thank you also, Mr. Decano, for your sharing.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, moving on, this time involving the bees. Honeybee cultivation to create learning resources for science and life skills all the way from Lampang, Indonesia. SMP Saverius 4, Bandar Lampang. And we have with us the principal and proponent of the project, Miss Susilowati, and the teacher that has been assisting her, Miss Barbara. I give you the time.
Okay, thank you, Miss Abigail. Hello, everyone. How are you? Yeah, I'm so glad to see you, even though it is in online. Please allow me to present our school project. Before we starting the presentation, I will give you a rhyme. Like big eagle. I saw a big eagle, so I took a picture. School is a struggle to achieve the future. Thank you. Okay. Okay, we are from SMP Saverius 4, Bandar Lampung. Bandar Lampung, yes, not Lampang, because there is a typo there, Indonesia. And then the title of our project is Honeybee Cultivation. And then that started on February 29th, 2024. And that completed June 18th, 2024. And then this is for honey suction, the first honey suction, yeah. And then for the project component, proponents, Miss Susilowati and me, Barbara. And then for the project members, Mr. Gigi, Mr. Antonius Misiono, Mr. Dimas, and Mr. Juventius Susanto. Next slide. Okay, these are our activities conducted. The first, education is included in the school curriculum. Second, economic field fosters the entrepreneurial spirit and increases school income. And then third, health sector helps contribute to the health of users like students, teachers, and also parents. And then fourth, social and cultural field as a means of education for students, teachers, parents of students in maintaining a green and beautiful environment. And then fifth, fostering a frugal lifestyle by utilizing vacant land around the place of residence that is beneficial for the common life, like humans, nature, and other creations. Next slide. Okay, there are three key outputs and three key outcomes. For three key outputs, the first, pure honey. Second, establishment of a flower garden at school. And then the third, organic fertilizer from flower garden leaves. And then there are three key outcomes. Yeah, one, fostering students' entrepreneurial spirit. And then two, educated students, teachers, and employees in maintaining the health, beauty of the surrounding nature. And then third, increase school income. Okay, go to the next slide. Yeah, there are three major challenges. The main challenge we faced was the first, limited funds. Yeah, it's hard, limited funds. So to overcome this, the school set aside student funds and asked for help from the foundation. And then the second, the presence of honeybees was a bit uncomfortable because it was stoned by curious elementary school children. So we overcame it by providing iron fences and educating elementary school children. And then the third, and honey beekeepers. We are honor beekeepers by pay them. This is overcome by setting aside tactical funds in the school. Okay, go to the next slide. Project impact. How the school can share its thoughts on the influence of sufficiency philosophy on lifestyle by first, socializing the environmentally friendly and child-friendly honeybee cultivations project to students, teachers, and parents, both in person and through social media. Second, socialization of the positive impacts of this project, among others, getting pure honey, keeping the environment or natural surroundings green and beautiful because bees need a lot of flowers and shady natural places. And contributing to health for the community, increasing income, safe and friendly to humans because these bees do not sting and the honey produced the longer it is stored, the more it has good quality. Okay, go to the next. Future plans. Yeah, we have future plans. The first phase of the project has been completed and the honey can be siphoned on June 18, 2024. And the project will be sustained by incorporating the project into the school curriculum and extracurricular activities in the 2024 and 2025 academic year. Next. Participation. Yeah, the total number of students involved, 420 students. And then for the total number of teachers involved, 24 teachers. And then total number of employees involved, 11 employees. And total number of school managers involved, 1 school manager. Total number of community members involved, all parents of students. Okay, and then I will share the video of our project. Let me share this. Yeah, okay, wait. This one. Share. Okay. Yeah. This is our honeybee cultivation. Yeah. Okay, you can see here. And then, wait a minute. Okay, this is for the honey. And I will play the video here. Ini fotomu. Bukan kamu ya. Aku itu. Okay. Okay. Thank you. I think it's enough about our presentation.
Thank you very much, Miss Barbara and Miss Susiluwati. Thank
You're
you.
welcome, Miss.
Does the honey taste good?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Sweet.
yeah. Great. All right. Thank
Yeah.
you very much. Especially adding that video. You should also share that video to us so we can have it in the record. I'd like to
Absolutely.
I'd like to invite my center director to kindly lead the discussion or comments or feedback, please.
Thank you,
Okay.
Abigail. Thank you, Barbara, for your presentation. Your
Thank you.
project is very unique,
Oh, nice.
very nice, and I think it's very focused on some issue that we haven't thought of. But my point is that, I mean, from your presentation, I got it wrong. I did not see how you relate the SEP elements into your project. How the students learned about SEP from
Okay,
your
wait.
project. Can you elaborate on that?
Okay, Miss. Okay. Maybe my principal will try to answer it. Wait, I will try to ask her first. Ini nanti guys, bahwa ini kan sedang baru memulai, maka baru akan tahu pelajaran ini akan disertakan karena gurunya masih persiapan menyiapkan bahan. Okay. Okay. I will answer your question based on my principal answer. Yeah, I'm just her representative here, yeah, Miss. Okay, my principal said that why we did we just start our project, and then this is for the next not for the next academic year. So yeah, we will ask the student to involve in our project for the next academic year on this July. So that's why we haven't asked the students to join in this project. We haven't asked them yet.
So you mean that this is the first period that you, the teachers, principal just try to design on what
Yeah.
would be in the classroom activity or curriculum next year, right?
Yeah, absolutely. That's our plan for the next academic year.
Okay, thank you very much. But that is a wonderful project that if you
Thank
can
you so
relate
much.
to the SEP mindset, that
Yeah.
would be a very unique one. So
Okay,
I
thank you.
appreciate that, your presentation. Dr. Priyanut, would you like to have some additional comment? Please go ahead.
Yes, thank you. Because well, congratulations to the team. I
Thank
think
you so
it's
much.
not that easy at all to raise the bee, the beekeeping. To me, I think it's so difficult things to do. But anyways, because the team has just mentioned that you will do it next year. So maybe next academical year, right?
Yeah.
Maybe I would just like to get some additional suggestions to make the project, related to more SEP to also to answer the center director's questions. I appreciate that you mentioned that the reason you select this beekeeping project is that you would like to utilize the vacant land,
Yeah, the
around
second
the
land.
school, right? Okay. I think maybe that's the starting point of the project. But that's the reason, and that's And that can be moderate
Yeah, moderation.
a reason, but not enough.
Mhm.
Why? If we are using prudent principle, right? First of all, it needs, you mentioned already that it needs flowers, shady, the orchard.
Mhm.
If there are those, if your school is close to some of the, fruits orchard, right?
Mhm.
Then that's that's reasonable and moderation because you are utilizing the local resources. The ocean is over there. The flowers is over there. Why don't we utilize that? And students
Mhm.
can learn. So maybe you have to explain more on this. Why did you choose this project, the beekeeping? First thing. The
Mhm.
second thing is that prudence is about, thinking about the dangers that may coming with beekeeping. Well, you said that students, like small children, get bee stung and maybe it can get bee stings too, right?
No,
It's quite
this is
dangerous,
the yeah. The kind
right?
of bee is stingless, Miss.
Yes. So
Uh-uh.
so how can you prevent that? Or if you think about all the dangers, maybe it's not a good idea to do this. You see,
Mhm.
when we
See.
apply these three principles, right?
Mhm.
Well, first of all, moderation and reasonableness.
Mhm.
The vacant land is not enough reason yet because we know that to do beekeeping, you need an orchard. You won't have lands to grow the orchards. Otherwise, you may have to start your project by growing flowers
Mhm.
first. But you didn't do that, right? So
Already.
yeah. So I think the most important thing is that why do we do this project?
Kenapa? Hmm?
And we use SEP to make our decision, to guide our decision making. Because there's ocean there, because there are a lot of vacant lands, because we have local wisdom of beekeeping that they can come to school to teach us how to do it in a safer way, in an economical way. So those should be, spirit out and discuss together before we make any decision. So I think these may be the guiding, principles and questions to guide you to prepare for the next academic year's project. So I wish the best for your, beekeeping, and I hope to see the ocean around your schools as well. Well, congratulations again, the team. Back to you, Director.
Thank you very much, Barbara, and look forward to see when it comes to the classroom activities.
Amen.
So
Thank you. Thank you, Miss.
back to Abigail.
Okay. Thank you,
Thank
Miss
you.
Abigail.
Thank you, Barbara. Thank you, Miss Susilowati. I think she is also she's online with us. Thank you for all the questions and for an exciting and daring project on B. Thank you. Next, we still are in Indonesia. And for project number 4, we're looking at integration of SEP in an existing entrepreneurship project. So from SMP Nigiri 1 Kandipuro, shall we welcome the principal, Miss Amin Tri Kasana and Miss Delonix Rigia.
Hello, everyone. Nice to see you all again. I will present the progress of our project in our school. After the on-site training in Thailand, we have a lot of new idea to implement in our project in school. So we have new it's not no problem new project no project it's progress from our project with the implementation of SEP4School. Next, this the active activity conducted from February 2024 we organized an orientation. So we present the new project to all the teachers, the committees, and the stakeholder. And the output was we have new work team, and the next project will be held from the new academic year. Therefore, in July 2024 until March 2025. Right now, we are still provide the facilities to prepare the project. For March to April 2024, we compile new guidelines and framework regarding the SEP's integrating AKP program. Then in May, we preparing the facilities such as new greenhouse. We have two new greenhouse from another orchid and the seedling orchid. Then we also built a garden to plant passion fruit, rosella, and other vegetables because in the school we visited, we have the idea to make another drinks product such as in what's the name of the school? I already forget it. Then in April to June, we provide tools to the students and stakeholders, and we also orientating the new work team. Next. This is the three key outputs and outcome from three outputs. We have two new greenhouse from the orchid. This one, in the left, is the new greenhouse for dendrobium orchids. In the middle was the greenhouse for a baby orchid. We have the idea that our student used to grow their own orchid like that. And the next one was the garden for rosella, pandan, and passion fruit. The second was the greenhouse for orchid seedlings. The third, new drink products. These three outputs we have already do in this time. And the outcome was the new facility to upgrading AKP project. The second was new guidelines and framework. The third was the new product or project that give economic benefits because the drink that we already make, it can be sold in canteen and we have it's called BUMDES in our neighborhood facilities. It's like what it's called UMKM in English. Economically, what it's called? Like it's like neighborhood facility to sell their product. And in our region, we have like one place to sell all of from the region like that. Next, please. Three major challenges we meet in this project was this program include new students from academic year 2024 and 2025, which is not start will start in next week. So from the introduction and understanding for the new student, we still waiting them to come in our school. And the second challenge is climate. In our region right now, the climate was very bad. In the morning until evening, until noon, it's really hot and the night is really cold. So it's caused the growth of orchid is not stable. Then we need more human resources for coordinator because this project is only me as the coordinator, so I have a difficulty to handle all of that, so I need more help for another teacher like that. Next, please. Project impact for personal and academic lifestyle of our students. The impact was our students more aware about environment, more frugal living, innovative, independent, and wise in their lifestyle and academic. Then personal and academic lifestyle of teacher and school manager. Our teacher are starting to implement learning in classes that contains SEPs and tends to improve student life skill, not only academic skill. So our teacher tends to improve our students' life skill and using SEP's norms. For the community, the benefit of our program is for the surrounding community is to empower small business around the school, such as seedling orchid farmers, plastic flea market, coffee farmers, and others. Recommendation on how this philosophy can be better announced, understood, and appreciated. We need more workshop and introduction time in social media, like story in Instagram or video in TikTok. So we hope our student will be more active in social media to promote this project. Next, for the future plans, the first batch AKP project that we held in June 2013 was already complete before we go on-site training in Thailand. So right now we are still preparing for the second batch of AKP project that includes SEP's norms for the new academic students. Will be held from it's July 2024 until February 2025. Plan for its continuation or expansion, our school will be make a new brand project that conduct SEP's norms in its guidelines, such as making beverage product which utilize plants in our school environment, such as these three that I write. It's Markichan, Rosmerica, and Ceremonic is an abbreviation again. Markichan is for Markisa from Candika. It's using passion fruits. Rosmerica is using Rosella. The Ceremonica is using lemongrass. In Indonesia, we call sereh. So it's Ceremonica like that. And making an organic fertilizer utilizing school canteen food waste and fallen leaves that in our school garden like that. Next, for participation, this project was participated by all of the students. 9th and 8th grade was 48 students, and the new one will be 224. The total number of teachers was 38, but one coordinator, so I need help. Then the school manager was are 4. The number of community member involved 10 board member and 30 parents. Next. This is the pictures. The new greenhouse, small garden for rosella, pandan, and lemongrass. And we have 2 garden for passion fruit. This one is inside the school and the other is in front of our school. I don't have the photo. Sorry. Next. This is the beverage product. We still the trial. It's not perfect yet. We still trying another style of the beverage. So I hope we can show it to you next time. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Delonix. I'm very interested to try your Ceremonica,
Yeah,
the lemongrass. Thank you.
lemongrass. Yes.
Great. I'd like to invite Dr. Priyanut again to kindly lead the discussion.
Yes, thank you, Abigail, and congratulations to the team, especially Mr. Mintri. I think you have been working so hard on this project. Okay, I love that when you expand your existing project to integrate SEPT, in the concept into your activities. Okay, before I go further to my comments or any suggestions, can you tell me maybe few things that when you integrate steps, principles like moderation, reasonableness, and prudence, and the 4 dimensions, right, into the project, did you see any difference in making the projects work from before that you haven't, integrate the steps? Can you tell us, from your, your perspective?
Okay. With the integration of SEPs in our project, I think it make our project easier. So, our team is have more guidelines using the SEPs norms. Before we still what is we have no guidelines like like with the SEPs norms, it's more controlled. I think like that. Yeah, it's
Okay.
really helping us. So
Okay.
yeah, like that.
Okay. So maybe personally yourself, which principles you think, work make the project change the most, you think? If you have to pick up one principles of SEP that make your projects, existing projects, to be SEP-based project change, the most, which one do you think?
I think for SEPs is the risk management, the
The
prudence. So
prudence one.
yeah,
Okay.
so I know what's do and don'ts like that. So with the prudence, I have more confident what I have to do and what I have not to do like that.
Okay, because you have to think ahead, what
Yeah.
would be the risks or the challenges involved,
Yeah,
and you
right.
prepare yourself and your team. So
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
the benefits of, you are
Yes.
integrating SEP into the project, and I can see that, from you diversify your herbals ingredients, right, or
Yeah,
vegetable that you grow, and you expand it to to beverage, although it's the starting stage, but I think it will work more. So I won't have any more questions. I just would have a suggestion that grade 7 to grade 9 is the best range of age that they should think for themselves.
yeah.
So with the next academic year, if you just leading the activities with questions, make them think and make decision by themselves.
Yes, yes.
And as you just mentioned, ask them a lot. What will be the risk involved with our making this, herbal beverage, and cannot be sold, cannot be drink. We should think a lot more. So maybe those are the advice that you should try for your next academic year. So congratulations and wish you the
Thank you
best
so
for your
much.
project. Yes,
Thank you
back to
so
you,
much.
Michelle.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Miss Amintri and Delonix. Very, very active since. Thank you, Miss Amintri. I can see you from the corner of the screen. Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
everyone.
Thank you. By the way, for presenters that have completed presentations, I expect some more questions at the end of all the presentations. So, Kundiria, would you allow me to continue with the next?
Please continue.
Yes. Thank you, Ka. Now, from the Philippines, I'd like to invite the Old Nongnongan National High School. The school is located in Region 10 in the southern part of the Philippines to present to us a project on another version of vegetable garden. The proponents, the principal is Dr. Leonil Barro and the teacher is Miss Florimi Tabao Sares. Take your time, please.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Allow me to present our project for the SEPs. And this is entitled Students Matter, Nature's Matter, Steering Wheels Promoting Sustainability at Oldunungan National High School in the Philippines. Actually, we have started a project last February 19, right after our on-site training at Nakhon Phanom, Thailand. And this was completed last June 28, 2024. So allow me to present this one, and still some of these projects are in progress, but I would like to report to you some of the significant impact that we have gained from this project. Next slide, please. So the project objective are the following. So we have cultivate life skills for students' lifelong development, which is integrating the elements and the principles of SEPs, and of course to create a sustainability center to display local products and recycled materials and outputs of our learners. Next slide, please. The first project that we have implemented is actually on the project Tanim Ko, Income at Kain Ko. This is a project I'll earn and eat what I planted. So we planted vegetables at the school garden because we have utilized our area, which is our school is about 1.9 hectares. And our school is actually, in the context of the Philippines, is that we are most of our area are actually on a farming area. And most of our learners are actually sons and daughters of farmers. So about 85% of our learners are actually sons and daughters of farmers. And of course, many of them are actually living below the poverty line. We take care of the vegetables planted in the garden, and students ate their own grown vegetables from the garden through a school-based feeding program. The SEP principle that we have had in this is that the practice of proper way of planting and propagating vegetables, patience, hard work, resourcefulness, and inculcate significance of available local food in the community, and that is moderation, and inculcate patience, hard work, and resourcefulness to our students. Results are our vegetable garden and tallied income from the garden. And the target dimension is in economy, and this is anchored on the Sustainable Development Goal on the second, which is zero hunger. Next slide, please. So this is the project of our vegetable garden. This is the land preparation and planting of vegetables in the garden. This is within the area of our school. Next slide, please. Another picture which shows you how we prepare the land area for our vegetable garden of our learners. Next slide. And these are some of the vegetables that we harvested from the garden with our learners from grade 7 to grade 10, because this is for them. About 14 sections of them are involved in the project. Next slide, please. And this is just a sample of the vegetable garden income tallied, which is taken from each section, in which the income of the projects are then used for the feeding program of the school. Next slide. This is the feeding program. The feeding program is done every month for our learners, and this is done in all of our learners in the different sections. We incorporated this one in our subject TLA, Technology, Livelihood, Education, wherein learners would be able to eat the vegetables that they have harvested in the garden for free. And this is for all of them. Next slide, please. And another picture of some of our feeding programs that we have conducted in school. In this time, the money that they earned, they could also buy some ingredients for cooking, for baking for bread and other pastries. Next slide, please. These are some of the pictures again of the feeding programs that we have for our children in the school. Next slide. And another project that we have conducted is the project Basura Ko Gamitin Ko. Project I'll Use My Waste, and this is the recycled waste to be used in everyday life. This practice responsible waste disposal for our learners and promotes discipline, responsibility, and care for our nature, and prevent health threat caused by unhealthy environment. That is reasonableness, and recycled products are the results. And the monitoring of trash can checklist were developed, sense of awareness and process skills on waste segregation. The target dimension is environment, and this is anchored on the SDG number 13, which is the climate action. Next slide, please. These are some of the projects of the project Basura Ko Gagamiton Ko, project I'll Use My Waste. Trash can out of plastic bottle caps, and then jewelry organizer out of plastic bottles, and lampshades out of the used cardboard. Next slide. We have also calendar out of used papers, pencil organizer out of used plastic cups, and desk organizers out of used cardboards. These are just some of the projects that our learners did. Next slide. And we also have conducted some of the showcase of the products. Pots out of plastic bottles. We have instructional materials in physical education, the sports replicas of used papers, instructional materials used out of papers, cardboards, tissues, and cottons. So these are actually waste used by our learners to develop decorations and some of the instructional materials used in the classroom. Next slide, please. And the next project is Web Project Care, caring for our health and natural resources to practice good hygiene by washing students' hands at hand washing facilities and planted trees to save Mother Nature. The SEP principle is practice constant good hygiene and protect the environment, cleanliness, discipline, gratitude for the gift of nature, taking care of oneself protects the learners and acquiring diseases, and protect from unexpected calamities. That's prudence. Results could be good hygiene checklist, tree planting accomplishment reports, manifest good habit and behavior of good hygiene and taking care of the environment. The target I mentioned is society and environment, and this is anchored on the SDG. Next slide, please. Good health and well-being and climate action. Next slide. So these are samples of our project care, caring for our health and natural resources, checking of classroom trash cans by student leaders, in which we ensure that our trashes are managed well. Next slide. And these are the checklist or the monitoring checklist used by our student leaders and advisors in checking all of our classrooms. Next slide. And of course, there is a collection of segregated garbage by our local government unit, and there is a pulot kalat operation in which we pick up waste in the environment in our community to ensure that there is cleanliness around the surroundings and that diseases could not spread. Next slide, please. And these are designated trash cans with labels, compost heap, and material recovery facilities around the school area that we put up. Next slide. And there is endemic tree seedlings given by our local government unit for our tree planting activity and caring for our natural resources. Next slide. And this is how we do it. We do tree planting and tree caring of endemic trees in the campus at the back of our area because we have a quite wide area in our school. Next slide. And these are the teachers who are involved also of the project. Next slide, please. And this is the narrative report of our tree planting that we usually do every time we do conduct activities. And next slide. And Project Care, we have installed hand washing facilities sponsored by our parents for our learners to ensure that they develop good hygiene, especially in washing their hands regularly in order for them not to contact diseases or to be able to really develop that good hygiene every day. Next slide. And here's our other samples of the hand washing facilities that we have placed in all of our classrooms in the school. 14 sections have different hand washing facilities. Next slide. And Sustainability Center, we have created Sustainability Center where students could display their outputs. So created recycled materials are placed there. Resourcefulness, patience, creativity, and innovativeness, and creating local products based on their skills and capabilities. And we have developed and put up Sustainability Center in school, wherein where there is a staff room that we transformed into a Sustainability Center. The target dimension is culture and anchored on SDGs quality education. Next slide. So this is the Sustainability Center now. We have this SEP Sustainability Center put up in school where the products of our learners, the recycled materials are placed or showcased for other learners also to learn out from it. Next slide. This will be presented by my partner, Ma'am Florimita Balsaris. Ma'am Flo.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. For the output and outcome, we have here the first output. We have the vegetable garden, and the outcome of this is we have local food, meaning to say that there are available food from our garden. Second is we have the recycled products, and of course, the outcome of that is the local product, meaning to say the product that was done by the students where they're in our sustainability center. And we have number 3, the regular hand washing by our students and the planted trees at the back of the senior high school building. And the outcome of that is the changed lifestyle and of course the personal hygiene. And the fourth output is the Sustainability Center, wherein we can have the gallery of our local food and product. Next slide, please. Okay, we have here the three major challenges. First, we have the drought and the extreme heat. Second is the lack of water supply. So our garden was interrupted because of this drought and extreme heat, but we find a way in supplying water by asking help from our stakeholders and of course from our students. We let them bring water with them from home. And another challenge is we have the sustaining support of the education stakeholders. Yes, they are still supporting us, but it does not sustain. But still, we have a strong, consistent linkages, and we give them recognition for us because they are helping us. Okay, next slide, please. Okay, we have here the project impact. So the first is we have inculcate the significance of available local food in the community or in the school community, and that falls on the moderation. So we are using available materials and resources for gardening, and we can also see the frugality or the students are being economic in terms of their money. Second, we prevent health threat caused by unhealthy environment, and that falls on reasonableness because we planted trees and we ate the vegetables from the garden. And of course, number three, we have to protect from the unexpected calamities, that is prudence. As what I have said a while ago, we plant trees in the school ground or area. And the last one for the project impact, we are creating local products based on their skills and capabilities, and that falls on moderation. And next slide, please. Okay, for our future plans, we plan to have the expansion of the project implementation to our grade 11 and grade 12 levels. As what our school principal mentioned a while ago, that only the junior high school are still doing the vegetable garden. And of course, we have the orientation and collaboration in the district and division levels. So we applied our project just now in school, but we plan to expand it to the district and division level. Of course, we're going to plan to tap more public and private organizations for us to ask more funds for the project. And next slide, please. Of course, for the participation, the total number of students involved are the 512 junior high school students in our vegetable garden and the 89 senior high school students doing the recycled products. And we have here the total number of teachers involved, 16 teachers, of which all of them are advisors and some are coordinators. Total number of school managers involved, one school principal, and our public schools district supervisor was informed about our project. And we have the total number of community members involved, the 4 local government unit, the mayor, our EDCOM chairman, and our barangay captain and the EDCOM. And of course, the 2 leaders from our parents, teachers association, and from the school governing council. So next slide, please. Okay, notes here that feeding program is not required to the secondary levels because there was no budget from the national office. But still, it was implemented when there are financial support from the stakeholders and if there were vegetables from the school garden. Since the SEP principles were introduced in schools, students and teachers are now doing the monthly feeding program. SEP elements were integrated in some subjects, particularly in technology, livelihood, and education, in physical education, and science subjects. And the last one, we have assessment of the impact of SEP principles, personal lifestyle. There is a change in their students' behavior, the habits and characters. And in their academic, there is an increase of students' performances. And lastly, in the school community, students were able to apply the principles they have learned in their home and in barangay activities. Next slide, please. Okay, thank you so much. And that's the end of our presentation.
Thank you very much, Dr. Luniel and Ms. Florimi. I'd like to invite shortly Dr. Priano to kindly lead the discussion, but just to highlight that this presentation, the school listed down the impact and identified the SEP elements. Thank you for that. And thank you for answering our question about the feeding program at the end. Thank you. That helps a lot. And please welcome Dr. Priyanutka to lead the discussion.
Yes, thank you, Abigail. And well, congratulations to the team, especially, the headmaster, Dr. Barrow. This is wonderful project. I can see you implement the whole cycle of activities. Students, they plant by themselves, they eat, and they will earn, or maybe they earned already. So this is a project design that integrate all the head, heart, hand into the project. I appreciate that. Maybe I have one questions and one suggestions. I'll go with questions first. From both of you, either one of you can tell me more on the difference that you see when you integrate SEP into the project, because it seems like you have implement this project before, right? But after you come to Thailand and went back and modify and make the project into the whole cycle. Tell us about the difference, before and after you integrate SEP into your project. So that's my question.
All right. Before we implement the project using our learnings about the SEPs in Thailand, of course, we have a lot of realization as to how we are going to improve the project. First and foremost, we have been doing feeding programs, but the feeding programs in the school are actually not done regularly. And so we wanted it to be institutionalized in our school, and we wanted that the children would be able to be able to learn from doing the garden in school, and at the same time addressing their needs in terms of the local foods that are available in school. So after the SEPs learnings, we were able to really make it regular activities in our school, that our learners would be able to do the gardening and develop the life skills that they need. And so the changing character of our learners, that they become more disciplined, hardworking, they are more frugal this time, and then they appreciate what the meager resources that they have, but they could maximize it. And those are the things that we have seen in them that is very significant in terms of the SEPs learning that we have, and we have given also to them. So we are very happy for the result of those learnings that we had. Thank you very much.
I would like to add more that the students were able to think globally and act locally.
Yes.
They were aware of the global issues and the environment of the nature, and they are taking actions within one's community in their home. That's it.
No, thank you. I just have one small suggestion. If you would like, if you are going to do this, for the next academic year, I see that you are going to expand from grade 1 to grade 12, the whole school. But for the existing, students that have done last year, maybe you can put more challenge on them. Like, for example, you mentioned about challenges, right? The drought or the calamities, maybe you can let students take this as an issue, make it like a project-based, learning, right? Let them think by themselves, explore, maybe through the science subject, that how can they prevent, or deal with those challenges by themselves. So not the teachers tell them, but make students, think and, inquire the knowledge by themselves and prepare themselves to deal with the drought, to protect their vegetable. I think that will be a really good challenges, and will develop a higher life skills for those students who have, grow vegetable last year. So, well, wish you the best for the project. Thank you so much.
You very
Back
much.
to you, Abigail.
Thank you very much, Cam. Thank you for the very solid suggestions from Dr. Priyanut. I'd like to invite my director if she has some words to add to that.
Just would like to echo what Dr. Priyandu just said, that I like the way you look at the whole cycle of your activities, even though there are a lot of activities, but you can, spell out the element of SEP in each of your activities. And I think that it's a good idea that you have the what you call sustainability center. But if you continue your project, just would like to advise that you should have the clear role of the center. If you call it sustainability center, what would be the role of this center, and how can you make the center sustainable? That's it. Thank you very much for your presentation.
Thank you very much.
I think you may continue to the next presenter, Abigail.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Dr. Priyanut. Thank you very much to my director. And again, taking home some very good feedback and suggestions from both of them. Moving on, shall we come back to Thailand? We have traveled to Brunei, to Cambodia, twice in Indonesia, Philippines. Let's come back to where we are, where CMU SEPS is. And so we'd like to welcome the next presentation called One Classroom, One Shop. And this project is initiated by Wayut School in Trang, Thailand. One of the proponents, our teacher, Ajahn Rachata, and she is with her deputy director and director of the school. So I would like to invite the team to kindly deliver the presentation. Sorry, Kun Rachata could kindly introduce. There's a panel of four. All the bosses, I think, are in the panel. Thank you.
Okay, we will invite. We will introduce first. Okay. Good afternoon. I'm teacher at Singapore. I work as a teacher at your school. I enjoy this project. Nice to meet you all. First of all, I would like to introduce the director of your school, Mr. Sompong Huang Jing. And next, head of academic affairs, Miss Jemina Rongdate. The last one, head of the Sufficiency Economy Projects, Ms. Rajata Chanpum. And now, Mr. Sompong Huang Jing will tell you about the project One Classroom, One Shops. Okay.
Your school has undertaken the development of the curriculum, designing, learning, management, using data from student analysis results. Student understanding and focusing on knowing each student individually. Teacher use the analysis result to design learning management tailored to the student aptitude, interest, and ability, helping to develop students according to their knowledge and capability, or allowing them to learn to their fullest potential. Additionally, there is the tendency to develop towards teaching participant content, which is a learning technique that stimulates, promotes, and develops the student to foster creative thinking. This involves integrating the creative problem-solving process with the philosophy of sufficiency economy, enhancing creative thinking skill, resulting in the implementation of one classroom, one shop learning management.
That's very perfect project for the student to learn about the career skills. Next slide. Now we have the table of content, project profile, activities conducted and key achievement, and self-assessment. Okay, next slide. What is the project name?
Our project name is One Classroom, One Shop.
Okay, that is very interesting project. Next slide. Can you tell me about your school?
My school name is Huyo School. It is in the southern of Thailand. It is in the small district. There are about 2,350 students and 120 teachers, 4 white director and 1 director. The students are in grade 7 to 12.
Wow, where your school sound great. How long does this project take to complete? Okay, next slide.
Our project between October 2023 and to August 2024.
Wow, that's nice. What are the objectives of this project?
To develop career skills that students are interested in, to create awareness and realize the value of local wisdom toward honest occupation. And the last, to encourage students to have the opportunity to discover their own aptitude and interests.
Develop career skills, creates awareness, and realize the value of local wisdom and the opportunity to discover the student aptitudes and interests. Moreover, the school authorized and Deming cycle or plan do check act PDCL to continuously improve and develop its operations. Okay, what are the activities conducted?
Our activity first, we convene a committee.
Next slide.
And survey factor. And then we promote the courses and schedule students. And then students register and learn according to the course. When they finish the course, they organize an exhibition showcase and a contest titled One Classroom, One Shop, and open a career fair in the both on-site and online format. We monitor the operation and inspect the various procedures and survey the satisfaction of stakeholder and student. And the last, improve from suggestion. Okay, we have a video about the activity to show you. Please feel free to watch it. Let's go.
One student, one career. Learning management. Have a job, have a career. With the creative model. One classroom, one job. Okay, let's go.
Training the flowers. These are very from performance, them for different ceremonies.
Testing cupcake, mixing flour and adding color extracted from local flowers, visually appealing and beneficial for health.
Leaf print fabric, using natural leaves to create artistic design on fabric.
Fostering love for hometown and local ability, learning to make batik fabric in Pakistan from district.
How to paint nail to win your heart, painting color on nails, creatively design pattern, and creating art based on imagination.
Therapeutic medicine, learning local physicians to care for family members and others, ensuring physical well-being and good health.
Flower arrangements, using locally blooming flowers to arrange elegant and valuation bouquets and vases.
Additionally, Huyo School have received collaboration from Sufficiency University Trang campus in providing vocational concepts for Huyo School students to develop their job skill. Okay, let's go to Sufficiency University Trang campus.
Chinese food, diverse culture, diverse people, including
setting, and napkin folding to prepare for welcoming guests, both local and from out of town.
Local coffee bean from workshop meant to be aromatic and delightful and certified green.
Personality to success is important. Learn to develop yourself to socialize happily. Local spend that shouldn't be the commonly enjoyed, but is simply there for personal consumption and for sale to families. Income economy, sustainable economy, development.
Thai dessert, local Thai dessert, learning the cooking process, turning Thai dessert into income and profession for the global market.
After organizing that one classroom, one shop activity, students learn vocational skills based on their interest. Each class selected one profession to present in an exhibition where they also sold their products to generate income for the students.
Vocational on part on creative career, learning local content, using natural ingredients, producing valuable products, presenting to global community, generating personal career and income for families.
Learning the process towards skill for employment, ready to apply principle of sustainable economics, integrating international standards. Learning through sustainable development goals for policies, development of individuals. One classroom, one shop.
Okay, we'll come back to the slides. Now, next slide, we will tell about the key outputs, okay? The first one that learn according to the career skill and cooperate with each other. And the next one, the students develop career skills that can be applied to their chosen profession. And key outcomes. The first, awareness and realize the value of local wisdom. The second, good citizens. And the next one, apply self for leading to SDGs. And the last one for holistic development for individual. And now our activities have been conducted after SEP4School on-site training, and I have about the achievement. The student increase awareness of SEP's practice, appreciations of links between SEP and the SDGs. Have your project's objectives been achieved?
Yes, sure.
Wow, that's nice. What is your challenge phase? Next slide, please. Okay.
The adaptation of His Majesty King Rama X Royal Philosophy is employed to organize activities that demonstrate profound respect for the monarchy institution and foster student skills, employment opportunities, and income generation through both curriculum and extracurriculum learning. This initiative to establish a foundation for sustainable economic development in the future.
I have the suggestion, solution, or recommendation. Next slide. Okay. The first one, activities should be organized continuously every academic year. The second, the time frame should be flexible and adjustable due to the possibility of other activities influenced by external factors affecting the project's implementations. Okay, next questions. What did the lesson learn from problem solving?
Planning work processes based on PDCA, integrating with the Sufficiency Economy Philosophy and applying the principle of King Rama IX, Sufficiency Economy Philosophy to maximize efficiency. Learn through the active provide practical job opportunity, use locally professional learning resort and expert instructor. And the last, the element of activities with student interest and appropriateness relative to their requirement.
Next slide, please. Next, please. Okay. And the next step, we will introduce modern vocational courses that meet market demands and provide opportunities for interested organizations to study the course and apply them in their own educational institutions. Thank you so much. Next slide, please. This is the photo. Next slide, please. Okay, this is the photo about our projects. Okay, you can see that, and we can show the product from the students. Teacher Rachata show from the slide. Okay, and you can see that the students learn the course that they interested. They choose by themselves. Okay, next slide, please. Okay, and this the project. Next one. This is the photo. Next, please. Okay, next, please. Thank you so much from Thailand. Who are your school? Thank you so much.
Abigail? Okay.
Sorry, I lost the line ka. First of all, I think Wyatt School deserves a very warm round of applause because their format is good.
Yes.
Keng Makmak ka.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ajan Ayut Sawapon, for being the moderator and for being creative in throwing question to Ajan Rachata. I think it's nice na Sanok. Thank you for the director and the deputy director as well. Thank you, Ka. So to continue facilitate conversation about the presentation of Wyatt School, kindly inviting Ajan Priyanot, please, and then eventually my director, please, Ka.
Yes, Abigail, I agree with you that a very innovative presentation. Yes, especially for the afternoon in Thailand, while raining hard right now at my home. Okay, I think this is quite different from other schools, activities, because maybe because Hue Yot, I wish the team would elaborate more on the background of Hue Yot school, like you are in a tourism industry, area, and many graduates from your schools, would move forward to work in a maybe tourism industry, right? So that's why it turns out to be these choices of this career. The second comment is that I just would like to say that I love this project because the most beneficial knowledge for anyone is to know oneself really well. So that's really sufficiency economy, because they have to know really well about what are their strengths, and that's in the head, maybe in the heart too, what they would like to do. But then they can practice what they would like to be in the future, and that's the hands one. They learn the skills, and then they can make a judgment or a decision whether or not they would like to pursue that career after they have chosen. But saying that, because the title is One Class, One Career, but actually it's like, it's a one student, they choose one career for themselves, right? I think I'm still confused about this, because the best thing is that each student
Okay.
choose a career for themselves, but you know, you are doing this, you know, one class, one career. So can you elaborate more on this, explain more on this?
Okay.
Thank you.
The first one that all the students they choose the career that they want to learn, and after that we have the exhibitions. One class they have think pair share to choose one career that they want to present on open house. After that they will choose only one career for each room to present on open house, and after that another student they will go to their booth to buy the product from them, because they the first one that we would like them to individual, and after that to group work together.
Okay. Okay. So I understand now. So this is more what we call a knowledge fair about the career. Okay, this is good. And maybe you can elaborate more how students use sufficiency economy principles in choosing the career. You know, did you have any examples or you know, activities that students really in their real life that they use SEP in their decision making when they are choosing the career after they have gone through this knowledge fair? Did you get my
Choose
okay?
the career by themselves, by they choose the interested career, and that's the they can do is about their knowledge and their virtuals. And about their background knowledge and the career that they interest, because we have the local career included in this course too.
Okay, thank you. I like this project because, you know, in your the very first slide you mentioned not only knowledge, but it has to be an honest career too. So that's really integrating, you know, virtues into career choosing for that for your students. Thank you so much, and make the best wish for your projects and for your students too. Back to you, Abigail.
Thank you so much. And I would like to tell that our project, after that, the director of the school, we have the new program for the student in this year, because normally we have English and math program. We have science and math program. And this year we have the one classroom for career program. The student can choose this for themselves.
Okay, okay. Thank you.
Thank you very much again for the panel of Huayut School, the director, the deputy director, Ajan Ayut Sawapon, Ajan Rachata. Thank you for all the efforts, including the nice video. So if my director has some...
Just a little bit on the comment on the presentation. I also like the way you presented, and especially the video that you present. You involve the students and let them, you know, explain and express why they choose this career. So this is a kind of, you know, very, very straightforward on why they choose this career and how they will pursue their life. So this is a nice project as well. And for the next year, I think that more career, because you have work with the local educational institutes, such as, you know, some universities campus there. So perhaps you can add more career that is you know, responsive to the area, because you are in tourism. So this is just only my comment. You may continue to the, I think, the last presenter.
Thank
It's
you
also
very
from
much.
Thailand. Yes.
Yeah, thank you very much. I thought my
Thank you for the
director...
presentation.
Yeah, I thought my director would say next year we will go to Trang. to
That
visit
was in
Wayabo.
our plan.
Okay.
Libby would like to be there, I'm
Yeah,
sure.
our colleague would be very happy to go to Trang.
Yes.
Thank you very much indeed to the panel, the respected director and deputy director for the support in this presentation. Thank you very much, Ka. Khop ka. Still in Thailand, now moving closer to Bangkok. This is in Chonburi. We'd like to invite Anuban Kochan School, and they present their project, Setting Up School Bank, to teach students the values of money saving and others. Inviting the principal, Ajan Suwarin, Tin Tawi, and the teacher, Ajan Chonchanuk Chanturi. Please take your time, please.
Hello, everyone. I am Suwarin Tinthawi, the director of Anuban Kochan School. Now, I want to introduction driving SEP in Anuban Kochan School, Chonburi Province, Thailand. And can I share my slide, please? From the SEP4School training day with Simeo SEP at Nakhon Pathom Province, Thailand. My team and I have come to expand the result so that teacher can learn and be aware of it. In remembrance of the great kindness of His Majesty King Rama IX, who granted the SEP to Thai people. And in addition to the UN's SDGs member country will work together to achieve 17 goals by 2030. So I wrote an innovation to drive SEP by combining it with SDGs, call it 8 Immortals Learn to Live Sustainable Sufficiency. 8 Immortals here refer to integrated in 8 subject groups and 8 learning resources in my school. There are 6 action cycles, 6 steps of action cycle. 1, training teacher about the SEP. 2, teachers integrate the SEP in 8 subject groups. 3, develop learning resources and integrate the SEP in all 8 learning resources. 4, requesting cooperation from external organizations. 5, expand the application of the SEP to other schools. And 6, organize an exhibition of one classroom, one product. This has duration throughout the academic year from May to March. And this is the example that the teacher integrated SEP in a subject group: Thai, math, science, physical education, vocational study, art, social studies, and English. This is an example of the teacher integrated SEP in 8 learning resources in our school: biofermented water, KC band, school bank, biogas, think tank, Little Recycle, ASEAN World, and Kochan Plan, which bring about the morality sufficiency to the student. And now the core teacher from the school bank will present you about her project. Please.
Good afternoon, everybody. Can I share about video, please? Can I share by myself? Share. Abigail.
Chanka, maybe you can, if you can't
Abigail,
open your video, maybe you can do with your
can
PowerPoint.
I share the link to chat?
Yes, yes, please. Send it to chat box.
Share to me.
We
for
will,
me, please.
yes, we will download. And while we download, probably Ajan could continue presentation using the slides.
Link in about in meeting chat.
Yes, and we can download it from here.
It's about school bank. School bank my saving model about activity is one, integrate the sufficiency economy or SEP in the lesson. Please turn on video the link in chat.
We haven't received it, Ajan, in the chat box.
Yeah, the chat box. It's chat box.
If it is more convenient to just forward it by email, please do it, Ka, so we can download here. And for us to just not lose the time, kindly continue presentation, Ka, Ajan.
And how to share by YouTube.
The link, Ka, just the link.
I send the link. I just send the link in the chat box.
Yes. We don't see any yet, Ka.
What is the video about? Can you present orally? Because
Video about the
but can you present without the video?
activity.
If we have difficulty in getting the video, can you present according to the PowerPoint?
Activity conduct first. We integrate the step concept to the lesson to the student, and student participate the saving program at the school bank within the open daily life during lunch break. The bank operate on the routine schedule for different grade level, serving students from grade 1 to grade 9. Both teacher and students serve as bank staff, provide service to their peer, and saving the record are accumulate and track in a saving passbook. Okay, next slide. And about outcome and output and outcome. The number of students and teachers who have understood about SEP is 60 teachers, 1,004 students, a total of 1,064 accounting for 100%. Second, the number of students and teachers who are disciplined in the saving are consistent in accumulating saving. 36 teachers and 435 students, a total of 471, accounting for 44.77%. 3. A total of 104 students have accumulated saving statistics at the 148 diamond level and 68 gold level and 2019 pro level. Teachers who are member of a total of 60 have savings as statistic at the 9 diamond level, 5 gold level, and 24 pro level. And about outcomes, students and teachers who have understood SEP concept and apply in their life. Second, students have saving skill and have saving account with the school bank. And 3, the number are increased awareness of safe practice by saving skill. Practication in link between step in the SDGs. Next slide. From the three major challenges. From the statistic, the saving of some students are still low. This may be due to a lack of stimulation and insufficient knowledge to students. Second, some students do not see the value of saving. And third, organizing activity to encourage students to realize their importance is not enough. And the next project, impact. To easily understand and engage students in engage teaching material such as story, game, and activity to communicate SEP and SEP concept in a way that is accessible to students of all age. Second, teacher and school administrator should serve as a role model by demonstrating the application of sufficiency economy philosophy principle in their own life. This will inspire students and encourage them to emulate this principle and create a school environment that promote resource conservation and efficient administration, such that reduce energy consumption, repurposing waste material in a case, and organizing barter market or exchange goods. Next. The future plan to implementing learning management with the saving model innovation using the quality cycle by Edward Deming, PDCA, at the following step and processing stepping model SAVING S is sufficiency. Integrate the SEP concept in the lesson. A account to encourage the student, one account. B valuable awareness of valuable of saving mode is the skill. I inspire to become a top server, and then not it, do it in a routine and growth, sustainable growth. And next, step 1 to the future plan, analyze the student needs and design the lesson plan and get set guidance for the measurement and evaluate and follow up. Step 2, let students to have one student, one account and account book of the school bank. Valuable awareness of valuable of saving skill. Carry out activity with one student, one account. Student register a member of school bank, ready to receive a deposit strategic collection book by using the deposit service with the school bank according to the class schedule to providing in the week Monday to Friday from at noon to 12 and 12:30. The next step 3, see the value of saving by evaluating from cognitive state about the sufficiency economy, about step by answering question in front of the school state and answering question of Google form to evaluate for learning. See your own potential, collect evidence from saving strategic and give award to the top saving accounting to the public relations search for top server and inspire student to become a top server and let them to do this activity in their routine. And if they have a saving concept in their own, they can growth sustainable. It's about my saving model in school bank. But I can to share about my video. Share video. I cannot to share. If I share, if you see my video, you will understand.
Jan, my suggestion for the video, if you could send it to us, we will download the video and we can show it tomorrow. We can start with your video tomorrow.
Okay, I will share. I will send the link to email.
By email. And this, yes, Ka, and this is also a good opportunity for other presenters tomorrow. If you have not sent materials to us, so far we have all the PowerPoints, but if you have videos that you would like to play, please send them to us tonight so we can download and we can prepare them if that's okay with you. Thank you very much, Ajan Suwarin and Ajan Chonchanok. And I'm sorry the video could not be played, but tomorrow we will have the chance. And at this point, may I invite my director to kindly give her comments and to lead the discussion for the presentation.
Thank you, Abigail. And thank you, Dr. Principal Suwarin and Ajahn Chonchino for your presentation. Actually, I think I do understand what you want to present, because I think this is about how you want to encourage students to learn about saving. It's part of the financial literacy. I think. So this is what I'm not sure if you work with some banks in your area or you design the bank system on your own in the school.
Simulate school bank in the school. It's not the
It's
bank
not
of
the real bank account.
bank for student.
Bank.
Yes, bank
Okay.
for student and teacher.
I saw some school they work with the bank in the neighborhood, and the manager of the bank will come and help the students. For example, some schools assign one student to be the bank manager. So this could be your next step if you want to continue this kind of project in your school. I think that is a nice project. I like it because this is the basis of the SEP concept as well, the SEP philosophy. Because if you don't know how to do the saving and you don't see the value of saving, you know, when the students grow up, they might, have some problem with their own life. They don't know the balance. So in terms of the balancing their income and their expenses, this is a good start. So I think that if you want to continue, my suggestion is that you work with the some bank nearby, and then they will come and help you. And for the time that you open for the bank is quite short, half an hour in the afternoon, during lunch break. So compare the numbers of the students in your schools. I think half an hour is not enough for them to come. So if you could expand the time and assign the students to work on their own system by letting some staff from the bank to teach them, I think that would be more meaningful to the student, and they will see the values of the saving. So thank you for your presentation. Unfortunately, we could not see the video, but because I've seen some schools working on this, so I think that I understand it quite well. And please, like Abigail just mentioned, for schools tomorrow, if you have not sent the material, please do, because a technical problem always happen, and we don't want to lose time for your presentation. So this is all I would like to say for the presenter. Thank you very much for your presentation. It's a nice project, and please continue to do. I think Priyanut, would you like to add some more comments?
Just one small comments and suggestions. A lot of schools in Thailand are doing these saving, activities, banking activities. I just would love, Anuba and somebody to do to put this activity integrating into a financial literacy coursework, because it's very important, meaning that not only saving, because it's in our curriculum, national curriculum already about, financial literacy, right? So that, 1 hour or half an hour of this, banking saving activities is a part of learning about, planning their finance in their life. So I think that should be an ultimate goal of this, project, because for the financial literacy coursework, school can integrate, SEP mindset, right? Planning, they have to set the goal. How can they save? They do bookkeeping of their expense, their income, daily income from their parents, or their earning incomes, from growing vegetables, selling vegetables. and plan about their saving. They may be able to plan for, you know, some funding for their, you know, going to university or something like that. So I hope that, you know, this small but not little effort will grow to, you know, the big picture of financial literacy subject in your school. So wishing you the best for that. Thank you, Director. Thank you, Abigail. Back to you.
Just to add from Dr. Priyanut just mentioned, I think the OPEC and Bank of Thailand has already worked together in terms of, you know, setting some kind of curriculum from primary one, from grade 1 to high school level. For example, I saw some from the curriculum that they designed. For primary grade 1, they should learn how to distinguish the banknote. For example, this is a 20 baht note, this is 50 baht note, things like that. So if you have that curriculum, actually I have it with me. If you want to continue, I might be able to share it with you on the financial literacy from primary 1 to high school. There is their curriculum already developed by the Bank of Thailand and OPEC. So this might help you to develop the your project for next year.
Thank you very much.
Back to you, Abigail.
Thank you very much, Kundiria. Thank you very much, Ajahn Priyanut, and for the Anuban Kuchan School. Thank you. We will promise we will play your video tomorrow morning, but you have to send it to us tonight. Thank you for the 7 schools. It's indeed a learning experience for us all. For the online audience who still stick with us, we have some questions generated by our colleagues, Ms. Piapa and Ms. Libby, and to just give some thoughts on those questions and probably leads towards a summary, I'd like to invite my colleague, Ms. Libby, please.
Hello there, and congratulations to all of you who have participated today and presented your projects. Very much impressed by them and everything that you've achieved. Myself and my colleague Tuk have been here monitoring questions coming in from the 47 participants we've had in Zoom and nearly 30 in the YouTube Live, mostly from Southeast Asia, but also hello to our friends from Bhutan and India who seem to be very keen to follow the different projects that we do here at SEP4School. So as Abhi said, there are 4 questions that we have received that we can look at here. I think probably most we have answered to some extent already during the presentations and the discussions that's followed. Looking at this first one, how did you process and document knowledge, skills, attitudes, values, behavior change? Now, we saw a lot about the knowledge and skills your students have acquired, and we heard from Brunei Darussalam about the changes, attitudes, values, behavior changes in management, and we heard about from the Philippines, the students becoming more frugal. But this process of documenting these changes, how do we go about that? Perhaps this is something some of you may want to give a response on or think about, take forward with your next phases as well. A second question, could you share some reflections from your students on their involvement in designing and implementing the project? That was very nicely done by the Thai school at Huayat, with their students actually involved in taking charge of the presentation. A very nice touch to that. So let's take these 2 questions first. If there's anybody who would like to respond, could you show your hand? And I need to ask my colleague Tuk, to help me with monitoring this. Are any schools? Perhaps I'll just leave you thinking about those and move on to the second, the third and fourth questions. As it is quite late in the day, you're probably feeling a bit tired at this point. Did we have a look at questions 3 and 4? So in what ways were your students able to lead and make decisions about the direction of the activity? Well, we certainly saw that and heard about it from Cambodia, the Philippines, Thailand. In fact, I think nearly all the activities we heard about the students taking a very proactive role in the different projects that have been designed, and how, if not in the first phase, as in projecting from Indonesia, how they're going to be very much central to it in the second phase. Question 4, can you see any value in involving the community, parents, local leaders, small businesses? That has been very clear in the presentations that you've given, that parents, local community, experts with different skills, educational institutions in your area, are all very much an important part. So this question has very clearly been answered by all of you. So perhaps if unless anybody would like to attempt to answer any of those questions or add comments, we could just wind up that session now, and with a very big round of applause to all of you for your efforts. And let me pass you back now to Kunduria.
You want me to conclude the session? Or?
Yeah, for the closing, Gloria.
Okay. Thank you very much. Just to close the session today, but we will have another 7 presentations tomorrow. So perhaps some of the question might be answered or repeat tomorrow, because I can see that some projects also mention about their stakeholders, and they involve a lot of private sectors, communities as well, especially the one that Brunei, the first presenter, Brunei and the Philippines. I think you have a lot of stakeholders with you, but anyway, I think it's a long day for you today, because a lot of presentations and question and answer. So I think that I would like to close the session today by expressing my appreciation to all presenters, 7 schools today, and we will have more presentations for tomorrow. So just to reconfirm that, for those who would like to present your videos or your PowerPoint and you haven't sent it to us, please do so by tonight, so that we can, manage in terms of, the technical issues in advance. But I would like to say that it's also our learning session as well for the Simeo SEP, because the SEP4Schools that we arranged in February was the first project for us, was the first SEP4School for us. So after hearing your presentation, I think we cannot finish by hearing your presentation and that's it. But we will see what we can do more to accommodate your project in the future. What could be done just to add value in your project? So this is what we would like to see in the future as well. And now that you are our network, so we would like to hear more on your advice on what we can do to make your projects more meaningful and have value added. So with that, I would like to thank Ajahn Priyanut for your involvement at the very first to design the whole the SEP4School project at the very beginning. And until today, she also stays with us. She never leaves us. She's still part of this project. So thank you very much for your advices, your contribution, and thank you to the Simeo SEP team, and thanks to all schools, participating schools, that we will hear more tomorrow, and look forward to seeing all of you once again tomorrow morning. Thank you very much, and have a good evening to all of you. Bye-bye. Thank you so much. Thank you. ขอบคุณค่ะอาจารย์ปิยนุช
คุณค่ะ thank you you too thank you the team
ขอบคุณทุกโรงเรียนค่ะ
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so
from
much.
Cambodia, Brunei, Philippines, and Indonesia for your
Timor
presentation.
Leste.
Timor Leste will be tomorrow.
In the audience.
We look forward to hearing from you as well. Thank you so much.